This is one of the most amazing yachts I've seen in the show. Everything is so beautifully done. I mean, look at the marble work on the floor. But this is just sumptuous, just beautiful. The most amazing shower I have ever seen in my life, anywhere in the world. They've lifted their game with this yacht in a massive way, and a lot of this is very much my personal taste, which is quite extraordinary. Palm Beach Boat Show 2025, and I'm here to give you the boat show experience, showing you what I think is one of the standout yachts in the show, MUCHOS MAS. You may notice I've got the technical specifications of the yacht with me, which I don't normally do, and the reason for that is because this is built by Crescent Yachts, which actually is a manufacturer I don't know an awful lot about. They only ever built 24 yachts. This was the largest one they ever built until last year. And if I had any questions about the quality of the builder, those questions have been resolved. This is one of the most amazing yachts I've seen in the show, and I don't understand why they're not building more of them. See what you think as we take a look around. I mean, first of all, just the aft deck is really quite unusual in the layout. The different uses of woods here. This is sort of a softer wood on the feet. This elevated position here is so comfortable. Great spot to be able to sit and have your breakfast in the morning and enjoy the surroundings as well as a little bar area there. But this is not the most interesting part of the yacht. That's inside. Let's take a look. Just look at the interior. It's so beautiful. Now, Crescent Yachts are built in Canada, and with all respect to Canada, it's not got the reputation of, say, Italy as far as interior design goes. But this is just sumptuous, just beautiful. If somebody told me this was an Italian design, I would believe them. The designer, both of the exterior of the yacht and the interior, is Jonathon Quinn Barnett. Now, if he's listening to this, I have to apologize to him because I've never heard of him. But I don't know why I've never heard of him, because if he's capable of this kind of design, I would imagine that a lot of builders should really be looking at him as designing their yachts as well. There's so many different shapes here. The structure kind of comes in and out and then back in again. It works really well, and they've made practical little features like that door there just behind you, Slava, that you can access the side deck from inside here. A lot of the things I'm not going to mention because it's all so evident, the fact there's that beautiful bar there. Actually, I will mention that because when you first get on board a yacht, traditionally you'll have the crew will be waiting with hot towels and maybe a glass of champagne or Prosecco for you as you step on board. And then people don't always want to immediately go to their cabins. In fact, quite the opposite. They'll often just want to sit and have a drink and a chat and wind down from their trip to get to the yacht. So this is a good practical feature, as well as being a very beautiful and ornate bar. Then even here, you look at the seating. That's such an unusual shape. Usually sofas are either L-shaped or like a elongated U, but that kind of fits with the geometry of the yacht itself. Lots of storage space here. And this gorgeous centerpiece of this dining table with retro-lit onyx in the middle and lit above. I'm so disappointed with myself that I'd never really heard of, not that I hadn't heard of Crescent, of course I'd heard of them, but I'd never looked into them as a builder. And I think maybe the reason for that is because prior to building this yacht, they built a lot of much smaller stuff, which when I look at it, it's not particularly inspirational. They've lifted their game with this yacht in a massive way, and it's a shipyard well worth taking a look at. It's full GRP construction. Very, very beamy vessel. It's got a beam 28 feet and 7 inches. Shallow draft, 7-foot draft, just over 7-foot draft. So great yacht for the Bahamas, and an overall length of 144 feet. She's just under 500 gross tons. So good, those of you who watch the channel regularly will know that gross tons are actually an expression of the volume of the yacht, so a very voluminous vessel. As we come through here, we have this very ornate lobby, and here there's what would normally be, I think, a hidden entrance. There's a sliding panel here, hidden entrance to both the crew quarters, which is down there, and also the galley here. Again, quite an unusual geometry for the galley, but plenty of space, good amount of space there. And then have a look here, Slava. This I really like. They've got their own, I don't know if you call it a herb garden, but they've got their own fresh herbs always being grown there. Here we have two cool rooms, and actually there's a light here. If you come here, I don't know if you can focus on it, but I could turn the light on and you can just see what storage you got in store there. I suppose the purpose of that really is that you don't need to open it and let the coolness out every time you want to see what you've got in storage. And as you can see behind me there's also access directly from the dining room here. So I guess you're going to be doing or the chef will be doing the cooking there, plating up here, and then your stewardesses can just come in, grab the plates and serve for those occasions that you are going to eat formally inside the yacht. This is where it gets really exciting though, and there's something I'm going to show you here that is, I have to say, the best I've ever seen on any yacht anywhere. The owner's stateroom. This is actually a fairly traditional and normal layout, if a little bit more ornate and thought out. The study area here. I love this little window here with the onyx. That's a nice thought. Beautiful cabinetry, lovely chaise longue, beautiful stateroom itself. But that's not what I found extraordinary. As beautiful as it is, just take a look at this. The most amazing shower I have ever seen in my life, anywhere in the world. I mean, just look at it. You've got the 2, 3, 4 multi-shower heads here, but this is designed for a massage bed. You can lie down there, and then these waters sort of it plays backwards and forwards to massage you with hot water. Then it goes cold, and then hot, and then cold. I've never heard of anything like that. I must admit, I'm not sure how comfortable it would be lying on that, but I'm assured that it's absolutely an amazing experience and totally unique. I've never seen that on any yacht anywhere in the world. I would love to give it a go. It's a shame I probably will never be able to. Let's take a look now and see where the guests reside on board. Actually, even the stairwell down to the guest quarters is so unusual to have this central stairwell like this with this beautiful artwork here, the cabinetry there, the two handrails. Everything is so beautifully done. I mean, look at the marble work on the floor. My criticism of American builders, and I have to be frank about this, and I know these are not American, they're Canadian, but is that I've sometimes been on board large yachts built in the United States where the cabinetry was plain, to be honest. It was not, I just felt like not a lot of thought had been given into the use of different materials and different designs. Nobody could say that about Crescent Yachts. Different marbles here, different woods in the cabinetry, another marble there. Absolutely beautiful. As far as the layout goes, we have twin cabins here and a very spacious ensuite, again with a large shower. Not as large as the master shower. I don't think anything's as large as the master shower. We have a double here. Again, very large shower, very large ensuite. Beautiful accommodation, nice sized television. The yacht is full of the most beautiful artwork, which just sort of lifts your spirits a little bit when you're on board. We have more storage space here, For guests who, I don't know, don't want to always be disturbing the crew, asking them for drinks, there's a little mini bar there, which is very easily accessible. But this is quite kind of cool. If you come through here, Slava, this is the VIP stateroom, but it's actually a suite. So what I mean by that is that we've got the main sleeping area here. Again, a good sized bathroom there with actually a tub in it as well. But look, you can walk all the way through to this sitting area, which also has its own ensuite too. And as you're probably going to guess that, that I'm going to tell you, of course, that panel behind Slava closes up and you can convert this to an extra cabin as well, which gives, you know, good flexibility for the yacht. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to show you the rest of the vessel, because actually there's another feature on this, which again, I've never seen on any other yacht, which is quite extraordinary. So we're on the bridge deck. I'm actually on this video not going to show you too much of the crew areas, because during the boat show, the crew's so busy doing all kinds of things for the show. I don't want to get under their feet, and the idea of this is really to give you a bit of a boat show experience. But as we move aft past the day head, we have this fantastic sky lounge. I think partly the reason that I feel so enthusiastic is because a lot of this is very much my personal taste, and taste is very subjective to people, but it just looks so comfortable. You've got that massive screen there. Again, beautiful artwork. A lovely area there for sitting around playing cards with the family and just chatting. And again, this unusual geometry, which again, credit to Jonathon Quinn Barnett, who is clearly a very, very talented yacht designer. He didn't just do the exterior design, but also the interior design. As we move out here, we have this bridge deck aft. Again, it's a fairly traditional layout, apart from the unusual geometry there. Lovely area for eating. Beautiful observation area here aft, where, as you can see, they've brought the structure down so that you can really fully appreciate the views of the ocean. I mean, it's a great yacht for anywhere in the world, to be quite frank, but it really does lend itself to spending time in the Bahamas. You'll see in a moment they've got an array of water toys on board as well, and with that shallow draft, you can really enjoy time in the Bahamas on a yacht like this, or in the Caribbean. It's just absolutely awesome. Let's take a look at the sun deck, because that's where we have this feature, which again is like nothing I've ever seen on any other yacht, and I think you're going to love it. What's about that for a jacuzzi or a hot tub? I've never seen anything quite like it on a yacht. I mean, it's huge. Again, the geometry is very unusual, but really works. I actually spotted this when we were filming the yacht next door yesterday, and from the yacht next door, it just looks sensational. People kept stopping and going, "Oh my goodness, look at that." It must be so much fun to use this yacht and to hang out with your family here. I think a lot of hot tubs don't actually get used on yachts, but I suspect this one would. But this is not the only feature that's interesting on the vessel, because at the other end of this deck, apart from it being a very nicely laid out area with a bar and sunbathing, you've got that fantastic landing craft there, that rib, 2 jet skis. And again, I referred to the specs because the amount of toys that you have on this boat is amazing. So it's called a Novarania Catamaran Beach Lando rib, and it's 6.2 meters, so that's 20 feet. You've got 2 sea-doos, 2 inflatable 2-person kayaks, a 3-person tube, 3-person chariot style. You've got a wakeboard, snorkeling gear, fishing gear, beach club setup. Like, what does it not have? And if it doesn't have something, I'm sure you can get it for the yacht. It's incredibly well equipped. And if you think this is cool, take a look at this. So a lot of Foredecks have seating areas and sunbathing. This one has your seating area, your sunbathing, and another tub here. And actually, we were shown around the yacht earlier by the bosun, really cool guy, and he was explaining to us that the The tub here has a window in the bottom, and when the sun's hitting it right, that goes down to the master stateroom, and it produces this beautiful sort of rippling effect of light in the stateroom too. So very, very cool feature. It's just such a great yacht. I'm so impressed. And if you've enjoyed seeing all of this, and you're also interested in the engineering side, which so many viewers do, I want to conclude the tour of the yacht in the engine room, because that is really something else. And I think, Slava, this is one of those moments where to get to the engine room, we need to do a special effect. And I'm going to rely on the specs here to tell you a little bit of information about the engine room. These are MTU V12 4000 series engines. Now, I know very little about mechanics and about engines, but I know a lot of chief engineers, a lot of captains. They speak very, very, very highly of these units. Indeed, super reliable, great performance. The yacht will do 13 knots cruise, maxes out at 18, which is pretty good for a yacht of this size and type. And one of the things I'm very impressed, that the yacht, by the way, is represented for sale by Josh .Gulbranson, who's a highly experienced yacht broker. And I was saying to Slava earlier that you can really tell why some people are successful when you look at things like the technical specs. I mean, not only is this beautifully put together with great images, but it is so thorough. It has all of the information that you need. I've actually lost my marker now on what I wanted to tell you about, but let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah. So you've got here what the gearboxes are, the shafts, the propellers, the actual amount of engine hours. You've got 4,455 to port, 4,572 to starboard. You've got your consumption per hour. And it just tells me that it's one thing finding a yacht that you're really interested in buying. It's another thing hoping that the broker representing that yacht is able to give you all of the information that you need in a timely manner. And Josh is absolutely the guy for that. He represents the owner. He's the guy to talk to for information and to view this yacht. The final thing I wanted to say before I finish is how cool is this? We have a red carpet in the engine room. And when I met the chief engineer, Albert, first of all, Albert looks like you would want your chief engineer to look like. He's a jolly, charismatic guy, and he put the red carpet down here because this is his kingdom, that he is so proud of this engine room. And so what we did a short video of him walking the red carpet, which I think you're going to enjoy watching.